Alright, welcome back to another video of Tower of God lore. This video is about the 13-month series, its origin, history, owners, and whereabouts. So with that being said, let's get into the video. The 13th month series was created by Ashul Edwaru, a master craftsman in the tower. He's an inhabitant of the tower and actually lived there before Jahad and his companions even arrived. Ashul is the author of a book called Of the Tower's Weapons. The book starts off by stating that all the weapons in the tower are modeled after the weapons that Jahad and his companions brought with them. But keep in mind that Jahad and the great warriors came from outside the tower where there's no Shinsu, so the weapons that they brought were not optimal for use inside the tower where there is Shinsu. Therefore, all the weapons had to be redesigned and modified to be suitable to use in a space filled with Shinsu. Ashul ended the book by saying that understanding Shinsu is essential to understand weapons in the tower. Alright, now let's talk about the actual creation of the 13-month weapons. When Jahad ultimately stopped climbing the tower on the 134th floor, he split the key to the rest of the tower into two halves. He gave one half to Ashul Edwaru, and the other half, well, I guess that's a topic for another video. But Ashul melted half the key down to create the 13 weapons using materials provided by Jahad himself. The 13-month series was initially made for Jahad and his 12 companions, which were the 10 family leaders plus V and Arlene. However, when a feud started between Arlene, V, and Jahad, the sharing of the 13-month series was cancelled. Instead, years after the feud ended, a system was put into place that allowed the 13-month series to stay safe in the Jahad Empire. I go more into depth about this system in another video that I will link in the description, but a basic summary is that a few chosen princesses of Jahad would receive a 13-month weapon. But even though Jahad is giving these weapons to the chosen princesses, he will use any means necessary to stop anyone from bringing them all together. Presumably because he does not want the key to the tower to be formed again. But nobody knows why just yet. One of the precautions that Jahad took in order to stop anyone from bringing the 13-month weapons together is the ghost of the 13 months. The ghost of the 13 month is a soul of a girl who failed in the early stages of the princess selection process. She resented all the princesses and made a deal with Jahad to fuse her soul into the 13-month series. Once any princess ignites more than one 13-month weapon, the ghost will take over her body and go on a killing rampage. However, the ghost can only stay in the body of the princess for 1 week. This was seen happening to Yuri on the floor of death. Jahad uses these killing rampages from the possessed princesses as an excuse to get them executed. There are already over 5 princesses that got executed through this method. This deal made by Jahad and the Ghost of the 13th month is a trick used so that no princess can ever gather all 13-month weapons. Okay, now let's go through all the specific 13-month weapons and their owners. Keep in mind though that not all weapons or their owners have shown up in the story yet, so if that's the case for one of them, then I will just put up a picture of our best boy, Rack. Okay, first up we have Silver January. The weapon type and rank are unknown, and the owner is An Jahad. Secondly, we have White February. The weapon type and rank are unknown, but this weapon was given to an unnamed princess before she was killed by Eureka and Jahad. This weapon is now in possession of Jahad. Thirdly, we all know this one, it's Black March. The weapon type is a needle and it's a B rank weapon. The original owner for this weapon was Yuri Jahad before she eventually gave it to the 25th bomb. She took it back though, but after a long time she gave it back again to the 25th bomb, who is the current owner of the weapon. Next up we have Green April. The weapon type is Hook and it's a B rank weapon. This weapon was initially granted to Anak Jahad, however when she died her daughter took the weapon and entered the tower as a regular. The weapon was then retrieved by Yuri Jahad on the 2nd floor, and she is the current owner of the weapon to this day. Next up we have Yellow May. Its weapon type and rank are unknown. The weapon was bestowed upon Kun Mashani Jahad, who is the current owner of the weapon. Moving on, we have Luminous June. Luminous June is one of the 2 swords in the 13-month series. Its rank is unknown, and its owner is Alfie Jahad. Next up we have Indigo July. The weapon type and rank are unknown. It was initially given to Yuram Jahad, however after she ignited 2 13-month weapons and was possessed by the ghost of the 13 months, she went on a killing rampage and her sister Garam Jahad unfortunately had to kill her. Garam then took the Indigo July and is the current owner of it. Jahad is also the owner of the Blue August. She was formally given this weapon after becoming a chosen princess. The rank and type are unknown. Next we have the Dark September. Its type and rank are unknown, and the owner is unknown, so we're going to swiftly move on to the next weapon, which is the Red October. It's the only other sword in the 13-month series other than Luminous June. Its rank is unknown and its owner is Iri Hajifarione Jahad. Moving on, we have Golden November. Its type is unknown, but it's the only S-rank weapon in the entire 13-month series, which means it's probably the strongest. Its owner is Adori Jahad, who is said to be the strongest princess. Next up we have Colorless December. The weapon type and rank are unknown. This weapon has been sealed away with its owner Eurasia and Jahad after they were both deemed insane. Nobody knows what made them that way, however, the rumor is if the wielder of the weapon is not right, then the weapon will drive them insane. And lastly, we have Rainbow on December. The type of this weapon is actually an inventory, but it hasn't been stated what type of inventory yet, and its rank is unknown. This weapon is actually the only weapon that has never been granted to a princess yet, which means it's still in the possession of the higher-ups. Alright, so that was a short description of every weapon in the 13-month series. Lastly, I just want to talk about some of the rules regarding the 13-month series. Alright, so first rule, a princess may never give or even lend a 13-month weapon to another person. This can actually lead to their execution. Also, a princess may own more than one weapon of the 13-month series, for example Yuri and Garam Jahad. And lastly, a princess may refuse a weapon from the 13-month series, for example Haisi Jahad, who was presented with a 13-month weapon but turned it down for unknown reasons. Okay, so that's it for the video. This one did take a bit longer to edit and research, but hopefully it turned out good. I would really appreciate if you guys like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and leave in the comments if you want a video on a specific topic. Other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.